Hey everyone, I am Jen Faylene Mergel, certified crystal healer and Reiki master. This video is actually of an actual healing that I just completed today for a client. She was my giveaway winner. So this healing, the overview that you're viewing right now, is actually being shot for her, but it's being made public so you can see what you would get if video-wise from me with booking a healing session. Now this would be for my emotional healing session or any of my chakra healing sessions. I've got 3 different chakra healing sessions, from a basic 45-minute, which is just a healing of all the chakras. I have a 60-minute, which is what this video is for, where I check the chakras to see how they're doing before the healing, and then I go through and I give extra attention to those chakras that need it, in addition to cleansing and clearing all of them, and of course giving Reiki to all of them. Then I have a big 90-minute one where I do all of that, plus I take my time to tune into the subtle sensations. I listen to see what I can hear your guides or my guides say. I try to see what I can see. I don't see very much yet. I'm working on building that skill. And when I do hear, I am clairaudient. I hear usually brief sentences or words, or sometimes I've had them just spill out a mini paragraph. It kind of just varies upon what's going on. Or I'll pay attention to the subtle sensations I feel in my own body. So I can actually tell if a client has anxiety, if they're grounded or not, back pain, hip pain, different things like that, sinus problems. So I pay attention, I quiet down and listen to what I know my body is, and then what's not typically there. And if I'm not 100% sure if it's me or not, I have cards that I work with, which I'll end up showing that, but I test the cards and I'll lay my hand on the card. That is how I do my healing sessions. This is supposed to be you. So I lay my hands on it and I feel the sensation. I'll take my hands off and see if I still feel it. And I'll go back and forth until I can know if it's mine or yours. Obviously, if I take my hands off, it's still there, it's my pain. But usually I can take my hands back and that pain or whatever will subside, put my hands back on the cards, and I'll feel it again. So that's how I kind of work with feeling the different things. That's the big 90-minute one. Definitely takes a lot more time and work. So kind of just depends upon what you want. So Stitches and Stones KC.com is where I have the healings. I have one listing for all the healings. If there is something that you're looking for that I don't have listed, just contact me and let me know. I'm always happy to help. So they range from little short mini 10-minute sessions up to the big 90-minute. So like I said, this is video I'm actually shooting for my giveaway winner. So I'm getting ready to go into that. I'll be talking to her. But of course you enjoy, so you can get an idea of what you would receive if you do one of these with me. I've just recently started getting back into doing distance healings again. I missed it. I took about almost a 2-year break from them so that I could focus on selling crystals. And as much as I enjoy that, healing's where my heart's at. So here I am. Right, so let's go ahead and get started. As I said, this is the 60-minute session. So I did, before the healing, check each of the chakras to see how they are before going into the healing itself. At the beginning of the session, I always call in our guides and our angels. So when I had this, I had a tingle on my left side, which tells me that an angel came through, which is your guardian angel. This isn't always the case. Sometimes I'll see them. Usually I get spirit guides, especially animals. But this was definitely your guardian angel. I do feel that it's a male. And actually, what I ended up hearing is him saying he often works with Archangel Jophiel. So, Jophiel. She's one of the major archangels. So, if you need information on her, let me know. I'll be happy to get some to you, or you can just Google her name. But her crystal that she works with is rubellite, which is dark pink or red tourmaline. So after hearing that he often works with her, I went ahead and got her crystal, because I have a feeling that with that, she was also around. Even though she did not necessarily present herself, I kind of got this feeling she was in the background. So, nevertheless, to connect with her and to connect with your guardian angel, let's see, I brought out my big old chunk of rubellite, so pink tourmaline. And I also felt that at the heart, so once I get there I will show you those. But I had this one on my table in front of me. I also have a statue of Archangel Raphael that I always have with me as well, since he assists me with all the healing works that I do. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. As I begin a healing session, I work with a couple of different Reiki modalities. There's different forms of Reiki. One of them that I work with is called Mikao Usui's Reiki Crystal of Awakening. And it's really different from normal Reiki. Basically, it's almost like a program to where you set up that intention for certain things, and it kind of runs in the background, which is really great for doing self-healing work and things like that. But I like to start out with setting that up, so basically setting up and letting that program run while I work on doing the hands-on Reiki myself. So that way I have a layer of two different forms of Reiki going at the same time. So for yours, I worked on sending the Mikao Usui's Reiki Crystal of Awakening to help cleanse your body, your physical body, to help cleanse your chakras, and to bring joy into your life. Because I like, once we get all that stuff cleared out, to bring in joy. So once that was going, that's when I got started on working on your chakras myself. So we're going to start with the root chakra. When I checked your root chakra, which I checked them with my pendulum, it came out as being imbalanced, showing up in your life more as physical rather than mental or emotional. So these are going to be physical problems. The first crystal that popped into my head that I saw in my mind's eye for your root chakra was, oddly enough, malachite. So I thought that one was really interesting. Malachite I would usually work with at the root. Actually, I don't think I've ever worked with it at the root, but that's the one that called out. That would be one that I would work with joint pain. So I actually wrote, I saw malachite at the root chakra, and I put in my notes, joint pain. But then as I was working on the root chakra, I noticed my left knee started hurting a little bit. So I'm wondering then if that's your knee pain, because I was sitting, there shouldn't have been a reason for my knee pain to hurt, So I'm kind of picking up that there'd be joint pain, especially in the left knee, arthritis or something like that going on. Actually, it's bothering me now. I'm over here sitting kicking. So here is the malachite that I worked with. In addition to that, which the malachite is a great one for arthritis, joint pain, stuff like that, I also felt that we really needed to bring in some of that red energy for you. You did not feel like you necessarily needed much grounding wise, but I felt that you definitely needed a little oomph when it comes to the root energy. So a little more red. I was guided to work with ruby for you. So, like I said, your root showed up as being a physical imbalance, or imbalance showing up as a physical issue in your life. And here's your crystals, malachite and ruby. Right, your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra, the pendulum had no movement. No movement tells me that it is blocked. There is no energy going on. Blocked needs the most work and attention. So if you do any self-Reiki at home, just work with crystals, things like that, definitely. You've got two that you need to work on, but your sacral is definitely your number one that needs to be worked on if you do work at home. So right off, I was drawn to moonstone. I usually like to, especially with women, use moonstone there, but it kind of varies. Like I said, it depends upon what I'm called to work with. I was also, when I use moonstone, I like to pair it with an orange crystal to bring in more of that orange, sacral, fiery energy. With you, carnelian. Both of these are very much attached to women's cycles. Moonstone, I mean, is good for everything female, but carnelian also is good for like the ovaries and stuff like that. And it does bring in that fiery, creative energy and that passion that the sacral is all about. So these are a couple of good ones for you to work with if you were doing work at home. Carry them with you, put them in a pocket, something like that, so they are around the sacral chakra area. So definitely work on that. All right, move these out of the way. Next up is solar plexus. So your solar plexus showed up as being imbalanced, more of an emotional or mental than physical. So with solar plexus, anxiety, problems with confidence, personal power. I was actually, usually I like to work with citrine here, but I set it down, it did not feel right. Citrine didn't feel like the right energy. And I tried working with natural citrine and heat-treated citrine, and neither one really felt right. You needed a softer energy, because usually after that I'd go to tiger eye. But for you, I was actually drawn to, and it looks clear here, but it's very pale. This is a yellow calcite. You can see that it's real pale yellow. It's because of how thin it is. But I was drawn to yellow calcite, golden calcite, same concept, same basic energy, very similar. They felt softer, but still empowering. So, like I said, your solar it's showing up in your life more as an emotional or mental imbalance. Not a big deal, something to work on. Your sacral's a main one, but overall, pretty good with your solar. Your heart chakra showed up as closed. Now, that does not sound good, I know, but closed basically means that, yes, there's energy, but it's not... Oop, I am tossing crystals. Okay. I'll feel around for it while I talk to you. Anyway, closed basically means that energy is there, but it's not flowing the way it's supposed to. So it's not as much of a big deal. Oh, well, I cannot find it. It'll be in your picture. So it's not as big deal as blocked. Closed is just the best word that I have for it, but the way I like to think of it is it's like a guitar. Whereas, you know, you can play guitar even if it's out of tune, it's just not quite as good. That's how I see closed. The energy is there, it's just not quite as good as it should be and needs to be. So it needs a little work, but not as much as an imbalance, definitely not as much as blocked. So for your heart chakra, I was, of course, drawn to, as I told you, the pink tourmaline. And the one that went flying was a darker pink tumble, and I really have no idea where it went. Obviously, it's camera shy, so. It is what it is. But pink tourmaline, I was trying to feel if it needed another one like rose quartz or green aventurine or anything else to work with the heart, and nope. Pink tourmaline, it was just really happy with. Now that's in connection to the Archangel Jophiel, but even that set aside, I really think that the pink tourmaline, which is rubellite, is a good one for you to work with for the heart chakra. So this one happens to have quartz inclusions, which is really pretty common for it. In fact, you can find lepidolite that can often have, well, I can't say often, but you can find lepidolite with pink tourmaline inclusions as well, which is a really great one to work with, especially if you've got anxiety or anything like that. Throat chakra. This is the other one for you that you need to work with. It showed up as an imbalance, showing up in your life more as emotional or mental rather than physical, but the pendulum had almost no movement. It had just barely the slightest swing. So it's almost blocked. So whereas your sacral is blocked, your throat is almost blocked. Definitely work on those two, which they do complement each other as well. If you look at, I believe, looking at colors that complement each other, I can't remember if it's yellow and blue or orange and blue, but they're somewhere in there. But those are two that work pretty well together. Definitely work on your throat chakra. I'm hearing singing. Not like literally hearing singing, I heard the word singing. So do things, even if somebody's not home, whatever it is, you need to do something to help open up the throat. So yeah, whatever your favorite songs are, crank those babies up and sing. That is really going to do a lot to help open the throat for you. Right off the bat, the very first crystal that came to my mind for you was blue topaz. So, okay, and then I thought that that was going to be the only one. Set it down, and nope. Amazonite also called out to be worked with for you. That one's going to help connect our throat with our heart chakras, so to speak, from our heart. So those are the two that I was drawn to for your throat chakra. Definitely work on that. Like I said, my guides are telling me that you need to be singing. Doesn't matter if you're any good or not. Do it when nobody's home, whatever. Just sing. That'll really help open you up. All right, next up, third eye. Your third eye showed up as imbalance, showing up in your life more as emotional or mental. So, crystal-wise, lapis popped up real quick as a good one for you to work with. I'm not picking up necessarily exactly what, if it's not listening to your intuitive gifts, but I did pick up, I thought it was interesting that somehow lapis is connected for you for a past life. Maybe Egypt, but then I thought that maybe that's my head just going there, but I did pick up that lapis somehow relates to you for a past life. It could even be that lapis is one for you to work with to connect to your past lives. So that's the thought for you. So lapis for the third eye. If you're wanting to do that, you could get one to actually place on the third eye, or you can work with it in your hands when you meditate. So my guides say meditate, meditate, meditate. That is exactly how I heard it. Right. Crown chakra. The crown was also closed. So again, just the energy's there. It's not flowing the way we quite want it to. And I was drawn to rutilated quartz. I hear angelic quality, which is weird because I wouldn't usually say that rutilated quartz would be connected to the angelic realm. Other than sometimes, especially like this piece, if you can kind of see how small it is, it's called angel hair. But I thought that was interesting. So it may be for you that rutilated quartz is one to help you connect with the angelic realm. Just because a crystal has a certain set of properties, you know, you'll see this crystal's good for this, this, and this. They pick kind of what's the majority, and that's why you're going to see different metaphysical properties from all different authors. Everybody's going to give you something different. This is why I don't like to, off the top of my head, say, oh, this crystal's good for this, because honestly, it's going to vary from person to person. I know that crystals can be different for me. So what might do one thing for me, maybe do something totally different for you. So I may want to work with, you know, like lately I've been working with Dambarite for working with the angels. Sounds like rutilated quartz is going to be a good one for you to work with the angelic realm. So they're absolutely there. You've got your archangel. He is by your side, and he works. So you've got your guardian angel, and he works directly with Archangel Jophiel. So you've definitely got a connection to the angels. I've been working with them more, so they're definitely showing up more and making themselves heard for me to share with you guys. So I appreciate that. All right, at the third eye, with this healing, I do not stop to try to listen or feel for different messages or anything like that, but if they come through, then that means I am supposed to tell you. So I write down these notes. And as I was working on your third eye, I did hear, and I quote, remove any doubts or worries that you have. Be at ease. I'm like, okay. So, again, your guardian angel says, remove any doubts or worries that you have. Be at ease. So I hope that makes sense to you. I just relay it as I hear it. Now, to pull a card for you. I have a lot of different angel decks, but this one came in recently, so I'm going to pull this and we'll see how accurate they are. I'm not a card reader. I just like pulling them just for fun of it. I think they just add a little extra, and sometimes something will pop up that, you know, you need to hear. So, kind of big cards. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle through, see if one sticks out more than the others, see if it flips over or flips out. That's my indicator that that's the one that wants to come up for you. So, and you're sideways. I got a feeling it's not it though. These are a little big to shuffle. Nope, too many. One, please. That's it. It's sticking out. All right. Alright, I love it. I love it. I like it when they line up what I was already saying. Alright. Gorgeous. The artwork on this is beautiful. Alright, power of angels. May your angels protect you, guide you, and keep you safe. So let's see what the book says. Oh my gosh, I love that so much for you. Alright. Ministering angels are sent to guide, comfort, heal, and protect you and your loved ones. Their ministry takes place behind the scenes. Angels are being entrusted with your care. Their wisdom and powers are guided by their direct access to the presence of God. Angels are ministering spirits sent forth to bless those who have faith, to heal, tend the earth, and promote liberty and peace. Your angel message is, it is the will of God that you receive blessings and protection. All right. Honestly, this just kind of really lines up that your angels are around you. You've got a strong connection with them. So start working with them if you're not already. So that is everything. I will have a picture for you and send that to you. If you have any questions feel free to message me. And for everyone else watching this, this is what I do. This is me. Hi. I hope you guys like it. Of course, like I said, if you have any questions, just send me either an email, however you want, through Facebook, facebook.com/crystalguidance, or go to my website, crystalguidance.com. And my shop, which is where I have the healings, is stitchesandstones.kc.com. You can access that through the Crystal Guidance page too, and through Facebook you just message me and I get it taken care of. So, all right everybody, that is it. Thank you all so much. Sending you much love and crystal blessings. Bye-bye.